the benefit of listening to this video, you will learn to recognize the development of conflicts better and to adapt the measures according to the development. This will increase the effectiveness of the methods, of the measures on each development level. Hi, welcome to Coach in Business and today's episode concerning the topic conflict resolution. One of 11 episodes I have recorded and which are available on my YouTube channel on the topic of conflict resolution. In today's episode we will discuss levels of escalation, levels of conflict escalation and approaches to each level of escalation from a resolution point of view. The system I will describe in a few seconds was created by Glasl. According to Glasl, there are 3 stages of hardening, of escalation within a conflict. When we are talking about it, we have a win-win situation, a win-lose situation, and a lose-lose situation. Win-win means that we are mutually agreeing, we are mutually benefiting from the situation. Win-lose means that only one side benefits. Lose-lose means that neither of the sides benefits. So let's get into detail with all of the 3 degrees of conflict hardening. The first one is the win-win situation, so both are benefiting. First subphase is hardening. We have attempts at or for cooperation, for formation of incidental tensions. Each side of the conflict adopts its own positions, so positions are clear, are communicated. But there is still room for appropriate and constructive discussion, which is very important for later on for possible solutions. As a second level of polarization within the win-win situation, we have the polarization of positions and style of debate. We start with black-white thinking, and we perceive the opposing side as a competitor. So not as a cooperation partner anymore, but as a competitor. And the third subphase within the win-win situation is the interaction through actions, not words, which means that we are no longer speaking, but we are trying to provide non-verbal signs of disgust, for example. So we are closing doors in front of the face of the other person. We are not greeting the other person, etc., etc. Coming to the phase of win-lose, so only one side benefiting, we have 3 subphases too. First one is concern for image and coalition. The essence of the conflict recedes into the background. Now it's a matter of unjustifiably discrediting the opponent, putting oneself in a better light, which is very important at this point. So we are trying to put bad light, to shed bad light on our opponent, put good light on us. Second sub-step is loss of face and moral indignation, which is basically publicly attacking the opponent, damaging his reputation. So it's not important anymore, but we are in a good light. It's just important to put bad light on the other. And the third sub-step is the dominance of strategies based on fear. So the conflicting parties resort to intimidation of the opponent with threats, and the threats must be real. So the consequence of a threat can be and must be real for our opponent, for example, losing the job. And then we are going over to the level of lose-lose, the lose-lose situation where neither of the sides is benefiting. And here we have 3 sub-levels too. The first one is systematic and destructive campaigns against the opposition. The other side is not understood as a person, hence the implementation of threats that lead to a change in value of the opponent. So what we are trying to do here is we are not cooperating, we are not confronting, we are just neglecting personality of the other side. By this we are implementing threats and we are able to put real harm on the other person. Second sub-step in the lose-lose situation is the attack against the emotional balance. So we are trying to destroy emotional systems, we are trying to put emotionality, put things which are of value for the other side into the game. And the last step is total destruction, which means that we are going into total war, into total aggression. We are trying to destroy the other side. Knowing these escalation phases, from being still able to find a cooperating outcome to we are in total aggression, we try to win by all means necessary. we have different scenario strategies in order to try to resolve the conflict. On levels 1 to 3, it's mediation. So we have a third person who is trying to provide rules which the conflicting parties can use in order to resolve the conflict. Levels 3 to 5, so we are in a win-win or win-lose situation. We provide processual guidelines, so we give like a process by which the parties can try to achieve resolving the conflict. Level 4 to 6, which is still a win-lose situation, we need socio-therapeutic counseling process. So we need some professionals from psychotherapy, some psychology, in order to help us, to assist us in resolving the conflict. Level 5 to 7, which is win-lose or lose-lose situation, we need external agencies in order to help us. Level 6 to 8, we need arbitration, so we need some kind of referee who is deciding for us. And level 7 to 9, which is basically lose-lose situation, we need a forced intervention, which is basically a court system who is then deciding who is right, who is wrong, and tries to end the conflict. So this is conflict solving by the system of Glasl. I hope you liked it. I hope it helped you in order to categorize the phases of escalation you are in within your conflict, and to somehow find relating solutions to resolve the conflict. Thank you for listening. I wish you a smile every day, and see you next time. Bye-bye.